Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another cool pinball repair video for you this afternoon. Nice and bright today. We have this Bally lost world that has lost its way over the years. It's been horribly neglected. We bought this off of a gentleman probably 2 years ago, along with another one, and it was missing the back glass. They started parting it out, and it's in horrible shape. But guess what? It found its way to the right place, because that's what we do. We take games that are in horrible shape and fix them up and get them playing again, right? So that's what we're going to do in this series of videos. It'll probably be more than one, because this thing's really far gone. But don't worry, we're going to take it from zero to hero, and you're going to watch. So we got this thing in. I don't know its history other than who we bought it from, but I think it was involved. It has seen a fire at some point. I don't think it caught on fire, although it may have. We'll look inside. But see all of this black soot on the top? That's dust. Usually will not do that. That's usually like smoke from a fire. So it may have been somewhere where there was a fire burning and it smoked, the soot settled on it. If you notice too, see the heavy black on the top of the light pieces there? So you got these trails here. Those trails are from the heat from the bulbs. But I'm talking about all this stuff on the top surface of all this. That looks to be the same thing. So I think it's been sitting somewhere for a really long time with no back glass in it. And I may be wrong about that. Maybe there was a back glass in it, and that's why it's, I don't know. But I think it's seen smoke damage before. I don't know how that happened. We just get them in, folks, and we fix them. And then here's the playfield. Now, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. It's not great, folks. We're in for we've got our work cut out for us on this one. Ooh. Ooh. You think we can fix it? How many of you think we can fix it to get it presentable again? Raise your hands. How many of those raising their hands have seen our other videos? Or how many of those not raising their hands have seen our other videos? So we're going to fix it up. The cabinet, it's solid. It's not, cosmetically in the greatest shape. Even the coin doors had the hell beat out of it. So yeah, this one's pretty rough, people. But we're going to get it doing its thing. We're going to get it playing. And everything's going to be just fine. Don't worry. Do not worry, people. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are painting some legs. And we're going to set this sucker up on its legs like it ought to be. And then we're going to, I wonder how the neck looks. I see the neck down there. The neck looks all right. We'll bolt it together, and then we'll start cleaning it and go right on through it. It'll take a while. We're going to have to repaint parts of the playfield. We're going to have to service all the boards. We're going to have to service all the electronics on the playfield. We're going to have to find 5 displays to put in the head. I think I've got some coming though. We're going to have to fix up that coin door that's bent all to crap. And after that, it'll be fine. We need a back glass, but I believe if we get this thing looking good enough, I'm going to just go ahead and splurge and get a brand new back glass. What do you think about that? And we'll probably do a video where we show how the reproduction back glasses look. So won't that be interesting? Now you might say, why in the world would you buy a brand new back glass for a game that's beat all to hell? Well, for a couple reasons. This is the only lost world we have left that's complete. I do have another playfield, but it's in even worse shape. This is the only lost world we have left that's complete. And this thing is useless with no back glass. So, yeah, it's in rough shape. It's not going to be in rough shape when I get done with it, though. I'm going to get it looking a lot nicer. But without a back glass, it's useless. So I have to buy the back glass. I don't really have a choice. So we have spent, I think it's So we've already got the back glass. That's why I'm saying we might put one in it. We could put it in another machine, but this one's going to turn out good enough that we use it. But I think it was $250 or something like that, or I might have got it a special. I can't remember. But anyway, I've got it in a box in the back, so we'll pull it out and show it one of these days. But the first thing you do whenever you're working on these is you don't put the back glass in it. The first thing you do is you get it up off of its butt and put it on legs, right? So we're painting legs, and whenever we get them ready, we'll set it up, and then we'll see what's next. So we put it together, got it up on a cart. Can you believe we're going to put a new back glass in this thing? Can you believe that? Oh, crazy. All right, so I'm kind of in the mood to work on the playfield first. So we're going to do that first. But I kind of need the lights to work when I'm working on the playfield. So for the lights to work, we kind of need this power supply to work, the transformer block and the rectifier board there. So I'm going to do it first, and then whenever we get it done, I'm going to start stripping down the playfield, and then we're going to repaint part of it. So the very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out this transformer, and we'll work through it a little bit and get it where the lights can come on. So here is the transformer assembly. Look at this crap here. There's these 4 little diodes over here that make a bridge rectifier, and they have swapped a couple of them and put some high water diodes on there, and one broke loose. I guess that would have been like that. So we're going to take that all apart and put the right ones back in. We're going to go to pinrepair.com and see what Clay says we should put in there to be on the safe side. And you know what? If I got enough of them, I'll just replace all 4 of them. How's that sound? I think that may make the voltage for the playfield lights. I can't remember. Okay, so we're going to take this off. We're also going to reflow the solder on the back of all these connectors. It looks like somebody's worked on it before. That's why that one is smaller. Clean it up a little bit. They've replaced a bridge rectifier at some point too. So we'll take it apart, clean it up a little bit, resolder this, and we'll see what diodes are supposed to go there. Okay, folks, so I looked it all up. These are 1N4004s is what was in there, and so Clay recommends just putting 1N4007s. They're the same price, and it's more voltage, so why not? Or it can withstand more peak reverse voltage. So those are just simple little cheap 1N4007. So I replaced all 4 of those with the right ones. And then I resoldered these. So I started checking the fuses. And where this is supposed to be a 3 amp, they had a 10 amp. Where this is supposed to be a 5 amp, they had a 20 amp. And where this is supposed to be a 3/4 amp, which is not 1, it's 3/4 of 1 amp, they had a 4 amp. So that's not good. So we are putting the right ones in, and then I cleaned it up a little bit, and it's ready to go back in.
It's gone again.
All right, folks, we cleaned this up a little bit, but our connectors here for the power supply are all screwed up. What happens is they get a lot of heat running through them, and it eventually melts the connector and breaks it in half, and then people replace it with half of a connector and all this crazy crap. So what I've done is I've printed out. This is all of the wires that go on all 3 of the plugs, and that's the color code, so I can tell which wire goes where, right? And then I'm going to put new connectors on it where it needs it, and new pins and all of that. So you can pull the old connector out with a little flathead screwdriver, snip it off, and then use some crimpers. Look at that. Perfect crimp every time. Crimp new ones on it. And then you get those nice and solid and how they're supposed to be. And that'll get us hopefully where our lights work at least. So this takes a while though, so it'll probably take me an hour to do that, or maybe a little more. Okay, so this big bottom connector was the one that was split into a million pieces. So it got all new. And then this one is the one from the cabinet that brings like the AC power up. And it got all new pins. And now I just fished out the one that goes to the actual playfield, which someone has replaced. And I guess that got the job done, but we're going to do a little better than that. So I got one more to go. Okay, so we plugged it all back in, and I have unplugged the power to the boards. And so I'm just going to try to turn it on and see if any light bulb has survived all these years. A couple. So I just wanted to be able to turn that light, the power on. Because, you know, we're going to do the playfield, so some of the bulbs end up being covered by the plastic, so you kind of need it where the bulbs will at least turn on before you bury them back under the plastics. Okay, so the next thing is, see how there's some lights on? Those are controlled lamps from this board, but there's nothing controlling them right now, so there shouldn't really be any on. So those three transistors are probably shorted on that lamp board. But that's fine. We'll get to that eventually. But first I want to strip this thing down. This thing is in bad shape, people. Look at this. Good Lord. Such a fun game, and we've had a bunch of them because we always try to save them even when they're destroyed. Look at this. Look how bad that looks. What do you think? Do we have any chance of saving this thing? Look at that crap. Just look at it, people. Ugh. Okay, so, God, it's just filthy. Look at that. Man, they have rode this one into the ground. Look at the kick-out hole up there. Good Lord. Is it even worth saving, people? We're going to attempt it. What do you think? We're going to try to save it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the parts off of it, and I'm going to put them up here on our Spider-Man, which, by the way, we will be fixing the Spider-Man. We just haven't yet. I'm going to put them all up here and get it down to as close to bare wood as I can reasonably, and then we're going to clean it. So let's see what it looks like with all the crap off of it. So this is how it looks with everything cleaned off. I vacuumed through it a little bit to get the all the loose dirt at least, and cleaned out the bottom of the cabinet. What do you think, people? That's pretty rough, ain't it? This is going to be one of our roughest ones of all time. But I really like fixing things that other people would throw away. I don't think anybody would fix this. Maybe. Look at that. We have got our work cut out for us, people. What do you think? Is it even possible? So here's the stuff off of it. This plastic was broke, but I found the other piece of it down in the bottom. Yeah. The other plastics look fine. I found a ball rail in the bottom that I can't tell where it went. Maybe it's just an extra. Maybe an extra one popped up somehow. I don't see one missing anywhere. Maybe it'll become apparent later on. Yeah, so a bunch of crap. So the next step is to clean the thing off and then do like a deep clean with the magic eraser. So to clean it, I'm going to just clean it with 409. You're not really supposed to do that because you don't want to get the wood on the playfield all that wet. But this one's so filthy, you got to clean it with something. So I'm going to use something like 409 and clean that sucker off. And then I'm going to take a magic eraser and dip it in alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and hit up all of these filthy spots like that. Look at that. Craziness. And we'll just see how good we can get it to look. And then once we get it clean, then we'll start painting it. So Next step, wipe her on down. Okay, folks, we've been scrubbing. Look at this crap. Don't look up there. We've been scrubbing this part. Let me show you something crazy. The original color of the background was this. It was like a brandy wine, I would call that. Like a dark purple, reddish, whatever. Right? Now, so look at this. This is, usually you get a trail of dirt right here. You saw how filthy this thing was. It still is up there. I wiped it down a little bit, but so that is a dirt trail, but the dirt's gone because I took it off. So why can you still see the dark spot there? It's because the dirt was on there so long that the lights faded the purple behind it, but the parts that had dirt on it were protected. So now there's permanent dirt on it. Crazy. That's what's going on here too. The parts that were exposed to that had dirt on them are still dark, and the parts that were exposed to the light because there was no dirt on it have all faded. So I mean, this is the last lost world that we have. So we've got a back glass for it. We've got some I don't know if we're going to put regular displays in it or LED displays in it, but you know, the playfield is pretty rough. But it'll all be pretty nice when we get done. The playfield will be the weakest part, though. Okay, so the bottom half we have cleaned and scrubbed with magic eraser. Well, I guess to there. So I'm going to keep going, and we'll see what we end up with as a starting point before we start painting and all of that. You can see how rough that shooter lane is, and yes, that is standing cleaner laying in it. Put this crap up with this magic eraser and watch it magically erase away all of the filth. Look at this. Ah! Ah! God awful. Look at all that. Ah! Who knows what it is? It's probably some kind of body fluid. I hope it's blood. I recycled that joke. Ugh, what a mess. So we're just trying to get all of the crud and filth off of every little part. Now, you could go farther, like take this off, you know. But people, I'm on a limited time frame here. I'm not going to make much money on this game anyway. And I'm sure not going to make much profit if it takes me, you know, 40 hours. And the things that end up taking you 40 hours are whenever you do little things like take this off and clean underneath it and then put it all back. So we got to do the best job we can and then move on, because this painting is going to take freaking forever just for mediocre results. Look, I have magically erased most of the problem spots. So, alright, so I'll wipe it down again, and then we'll see what we're left with. So this is what we ended up with after we cleaned it. This is just the cleaning. This is not the waxing or the painting. Wax would make this look a lot better, but it's so destroyed that wax alone is not going to work. Depending on the game, I might, but all of this wear on this in the middle here is just inexcusable. You know, you can't leave that. That people will not be happy with that. We're trying to sell this to somebody, and we're going to get a lot of people not interested in a game with that kind of crazy wear down the middle. I've seen much worse, but this is pretty freaking bad. But the good news is, I think we can fix it, people. What do you think? Do you share my optimism? Is it possible? And when we fix that, you know what else we're going to do? We're going to fix this place here where it's been dragging the flipper too. And we're going to fix those two areas there. Get rid of them. Why not? We're going to fix all of that crap around that insert. Why not? We're going to fix over here where the kick-out hole's been screwing it all up. Why not? We're going to fix this little one over here while we're at it. We're going to fix that big part there that's missing. We're going to make it look a lot better. Now, You may think, come on, man, you're not going to be able to pull that off. If you think that, it's because you haven't seen some of our other videos. We've done some about this bad before. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure we did a Lost World that may have been worse than this. I can't remember, but we're going to get it. The main thing is you have to know when to stop. You know, I can't repaint everything on the playfield because I'm not even an artist. I'm not even very good at it. If it's solid colors, I can do it. So we're going to do a little bit of that, but we'll make it look much more presentable. We're not trying to make it look brand new. It's not going to look brand new. But it's going to look presentable, and to the naked eye, to someone who isn't, you know, a collector or isn't super picky about it, they won't even notice. I think we'll get it to the point where you won't even notice. So we'll see what we can get into with that. Now, I left this one plastic piece here with all of the dirt still all over it so you could see the difference between that one and that one. Look at that. Crazy. Ugh. This is extreme, people. Extreme pinball repair. So we're going to have to paint it. I've left all the old bulbs in it because we're eventually going to clear coat it with some spray paint. And whenever we do that, you don't want it getting down in the holes that the bulbs are in. So you could put new bulbs in it, but then you get spray paint all over your new bulbs. Wouldn't want that. So this is how we do it. So we get it where the lights work first. And again, the reason for that is because whenever we put the playfield back together, some of those bulbs are going to be covered up by plastics. And so you want to make sure they work before you put the plastics on. So we get the lights working first. You don't necessarily have to have the game working. Of course, this one isn't. It isn't doing anything except those lights. I noticed that the controlled lamps that were on before are no longer on. So we do that, and then we clean the playfield as well as you can. Get all of the dirt off of it that you can. Scrub, 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 scrub. I'm not great at that either, but we did get it scrubbed down where most of the dirt is gone. The reason you have to do that is because if you're going to put clear coat on it, whatever you clear coat is going to stay like that. You have to know like what you can do and what you can't do. This purple in the background that's all different colors, I'm not going to be able to fix that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to make different colors of purple to try to match the purple down here and the purple up here, which is a completely different color because of different levels of fading. So this is not high-end stuff, people. This is, let's get the thing presentable where it's fun. And it'll definitely be fun whenever we're done. So here's what we're doing this week. This week we're doing shorter videos, but we're doing a video every day of the week. What do you think about that? Isn't that pretty amazing? Inspired by my brother Donnie. He's doing videos every day of the week. So I thought, hey, we could do that on our channel. There's no need for the videos to be an hour long. 20, 30 minutes is plenty. That's how he does his. So if you haven't seen that yet, my brother Donnie, who is literally my brother Donnie, is pretty wild and crazy. He does a bunch of unique stuff, and he always has his phone with him, so he's started recording some of it. Me and him and I have bought a mobile home that was beat all to crap, and we started fixing it up. And so we have been filming all that. So I'm over there on his channel if you want to check that out. If you can't get enough of our accent, go check that out. It's my brother Donnie. The link will be below, and I will see you over there. Or if not, make sure to subscribe to us here if you haven't yet. Tomorrow we will be putting out the video of us starting to paint the playfield. And we'll see how far we can get on it. Leave us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film all this for you. Look at all the filth on my hand, too. Look at that. Ugh. 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 I might get the gonorrhea or something from this thing. Ugh. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Let me know if there's any doctors. Let me know if it's possible to get gonorrhea from a playfield. I don't think that's how that works. But the other thing that we've been telling people too is thank you to all of the people, and there has been quite a few, who have been buying things from Amazon by using our link. If you don't know about that, if you decide you're going to buy anything on Amazon, nothing from us, we don't even sell anything on Amazon, but if you decide you're going to go buy some new socks on Amazon or a gonorrhea test kit, if you're going to Amazon to buy that stuff, before you do, click our link below, our Amazon affiliates link, and Amazon says, hey, Joe's Video Games, Lions Arcade, sent these people here, so let's give them a referral fee so they pay us a little royalty on anything you buy. And it's kind of cool. People have been buying stuff. and it gives us a little bit of Amazon's money because it doesn't raise your prices or anything. And we don't have a link to a specific product on most of our videos. Some of them we do, but because you don't have to buy any specific thing. Just go buy whatever you want. And if you click the link first, it gives us some of Amazon's money. And I love getting Jeff Bezos money. Man, I wish I could get more of it. But thank you to all the people who have been doing that. It's been pretty cool and fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video so far. This is what we're starting with. What a mess. What do you think? Leave your comments below on if you think it's even possible. Is it even possible, people? I know what I'm going to do first. I can already see it. I'll give you I'm going to do the red first. It's driving me crazy. So leave your comments below. Let us know what you think. Give us a thumbs up. Go check out my brother, Donnie. Click our Amazon link, all that stuff. We're only requesting 10 things of you. You could do that, right? And we will see you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.